He's from Noble Correctional Institution. He has been with the department for 7 years, right? He is an Eagle Scout, and he's got 12 years of service in the Ohio National Guard. He's got an associate's degree in criminal justice, and he's got a bachelor degree in networking and telecommunications from the University of Phoenix. Thank you, Jeff.
My name is Jeff Cavendish. I'm a correctional officer at Noble Correctional Institution. And on December 8, 2013, I was working overtime in the chow hall when I had another staff member come to me and ask for assistance with an inmate who was staring at an Aramark food service employee. I approached the inmate and observed that his tray was finished, and he was still sitting in his seat while staring up at this employee. I informed the inmate that he needed to leave the chow hall. The inmate ignored me. Then I gave the inmate a direct order to leave the chow hall, where he stated, "I'm not beeping done." And you can use beeping for whatever words you'd like. It was very unflattering. So I stepped behind the inmate and placed my hand under the tricep of the inmate. I've done this many times in my career to encourage an inmate to leave a situation. This time, the inmate stood up, turned quickly, and with a closed-fisted punch, he hit me in the forehead. The punch caught me off guard. I stumbled into the seating area where it became pinned, bent over backwards, in between the chairs and tables. The inmate continued to throw closed-fisted punches at my face. I was attempting to reach my pepper spray, but I could not, as it was pinned against the back of the chair. I tried reaching for my radio, but it was pinned as well. I held my left arm out in defense while attempting to use my right to get back up. After about 4 blows by the inmate, I was able to push him back far enough to get back on my feet. At that time, other staff arrived. The lieutenant had ordered me to medical as I had blood coming out of my nose. I was checked out by the on-site medical staff. They recommended that I seek medical treatment outside the institution. I was driven to the hospital, as with head injuries, you should not drive, where they diagnosed me with concussion, whiplash, facial contusions, and lower lumbar sprain. I spent 45 days out of work going through physical therapy. On a regular basis, during chow, the chow hall has a high volume of inmates and few officers in the area. With a seating area that holds 240 inmates, with at least an additional 100 inmates in line, you have 340 inmates on each side of the chow hall, with an average of 3 to 4 officers. These 4 officers are not assigned to the chow hall, but in fact they are dorm officers. They're officers that have escorted their units to chow. After about 15 to 20 minutes, the inmates may return to their assigned dormitory, where only 1 officer is remaining. It is quite possible to have all 240 inmates back into the dormitory while only 1 officer is there for 30 or more minutes. If we have an incident that requires additional manpower in the dorm or elsewhere on the compound, at least 2 of the officers in the chow hall respond. This again reduces the security and the overall safety of the contractors, inmates, and staff. By adding additional officers on the ground, we can stop robbing Peter to pay Paul on our compound and increase the safety within our walls. Thank you.